Okay, so here's a goodie bag for my wife, a bag of goodies. So we will have sending one of these Klinger Schulenberg. There we go. To the camera this way. It's Klinger Schulenberg GmbH. GmbH or something. It just means limited. It's just the German term for limited. I'm not sure what that means in business terms, but we will send one bag of gummies, a box of Goo Goo Gaga Gaga Canadian Red Rose tea, super strong tea, super yummy tea. Kiss of coffee almost. Kiss Kiss candies because my wife likes Kiss Kiss cherry candies. More gummies. Gummy bears. Dried cherries because my wife has been asking me about this for a while, so I have to order it online. And this, I'm not sure what they are. I'm not sure what they smell like, but we'll try it. Another bag of dried cherries from Hoosier Farms in the States. These ones are from they're made in Germany, but they're imported to Montreal. So I guess the official dealer is Squish Candies of Montreal, and they're supposed to be vegan candies, which aren't processed sugars or something. I think vegan candies. A box of Girl Guide cookies I got from church one night at our CIA, and a bunch of leftover sweet and sours that she may give to some Halloween candy. Leftover Halloween candy. My mom and I ate all the chocolate, unfortunately. We can't eat it. So we have 7 bags here. I ate one. It should have been 8, but I ate one. This is only one half of the original fun bag. I'll be sending another fun bag. If you send, and like I said, I have lots of these Klinger Schulenberg bags, so you can use this for carrying stuff. And so this is your fun bag. Let's put in these. So this is the first one. It's all weighed down at 3 kilograms, so at $3, so that's roughly $39. I will be getting money out of my bank account. In fact, I might as well just deposit some money now from someone who owed me money. I deposit. I'll use that to pay off the fun bag. I'll grab 50 from there. Just give her 50 for gratuity. For $10 $10 tip. So, and also we will kind of my wife has found someone from the Vietnamese community here who's going back to Vietnam in the near future to drop off the fun bag. And this is her fun bag to me. I think I've filmed this already, but this silk scarf. I guess I'm supposed to wear it like that. I'll have to fold it up later. I'll fold it up and put it back in the bag. And another scarf. Really thick scarf this time. That's what my wife. The fuzz, but that's what my wife smells like. Smells like fuzz. More scarf. Yes, she knows I live in Canada, so a scarf and another scarf. So we'll kind of take turns wearing these scarves over next break. She also sent me another scarf there too, but it's in need of wash. But I gotta wash this very carefully though, because this is very fine fabric, and it might get caught up in the lint machine. So she also gave me this silk cat shirt, or I'm assuming it's silk. This is some kind of silk material, a silk scarf, or satin. I think it's more because it's more glossy. This maybe satin. I can't tell the difference. It's in the back there, the cat shirt. And she gave me some Vietnamese candies. She gave me a Nescafe Vented Nescafe. That's good. She gave me some Mai Chi. Some rock candies. Let's see what these taste like. What the? Ah! What the hell? Oh, there's some plastic on it. Prevented from being tampered with. Prevented from being stolen. This is usually tamper-proof. There's a seal here. Make sure that nobody goes crazy and decides to poison it. That actually happened once. There was a terrorist, like a person who poisoned a batch of meds in banana candy. Okay. Oh, pie cake, durian, peanut, durian, and egg. Banapia. Oh, more durian and some gummy candies here, and some candies from Vietnam. So we got this one here. In case I like it, when I like it, I can order special coconut candy and Pachaballs. If you know what that's a reference to, they're definitely and I believe this is some kind of a sleeping mask. Oh no, it's a fanny pack. Fanny packs. I haven't seen none of those in a long time. I'm gonna wear a fanny pack. Go back to put my wallet there. Put my fanny packs were designed for jogging. Utility bag for jogging. You put all your keys, your wallets and stuff in there, and you put it in front of you and then in case you see a thief trying to reach for your junk, then the thief reaches for your junk. Adidas fanny pack. Feels like something's in it. So let's see if our wallet fits in here. Alright, our wallet does fit in there. Let's see if our keys fit in there. I'm presuming my keys fit in there too. Fanny pack. Baggy bag. Oh, cut the hole. So that's my wife's fun bag, latest one. And we send care packages back and forth from Vietnam to Canada. Cleo fashion show. Fashion show? Cleo? So I'll use this bag as one of the bottle bags for a while. I'll use this bag for a garbage bag soon. I think this will go downstairs. We'll look good downstairs actually. The government is getting rid of plastic bags, but you know, plastic bags work perfect for garbage liners actually. For example, you have this here. And you put the garbage in here and you pull it out, you know. Downstairs we have one as well. Let's see if this needs any garbage. Oh, we're good here, we're good there. There's a spare bag down there, so we'll throw this downstairs where the kitchen is. Well, we can use this to replace that one on there. So. Okay, we'll use this to replace this on there. Well, we'll bring it down. We can bring it downstairs. That one's almost full. That one's very scarce. This is a larger bag too. You have to use the larger food bags for that. I like that one there. Let's go to the bottle corner. This will go around my waist. Fanny pack. Contains my phone, contains my wallet, contains everything. Some Vietnamese candies. I'll just put this out for now. And if I can see pickpockets, I'll say, "Hey, you're reaching for my junk. You must love me." And he's like, "Okay, I love you." So we'll open up this. Sometimes I don't have to. I usually clip my fingernails, so I use my teeth. My mom says never use. My mom says never use my teeth. So I'm assuming my wife also. I'm assuming you, Han, also don't want me to use my teeth to open this up. Well, school is over. I got my first mark, 2 marks from 2 classes, both A's. No, well, it's not been reported, but I got a bunch of A's and A pluses. So hopefully that'll jump up. That'll jump up my GPA. My GPA won't be read as a gimpy 3.1, 3.91, but something 3.92 is good. I mean, the maximum I ever got was 3.9 something, 3.986. Now it's just 3.91. So we see that on Riverdale, we see the sinisterness of what's going on, misdirection. That Jughead is having friends at the Hawthorne Academy, but oh, oh. And my wife is I'm not sure what these things are. Also sent me coconut candy. You can also get this at TNT. Oh, I gotta have some more. These are gummy. These look like gummy cubes or Jello shot cubes, but they don't have alcohol in them. They have wholesome fruit extract. But they're like gummy cubes, Jello cubes. Nope. I plan to go to someone up north today, find out where they live, drop off this bag of fun. Here's a video recording of it, and I'll be posting this video with that person's address, so I have proof that I've talked to that person, and also I have their address, I have their phone number, just in case that something funny goes. But people are usually very honest about this. Durian cakes. Now my wife was looking at some sent me a picture on the internet today about some housing in Pembroke in by Forest Lawn, but it's really cheap in Forest Lawn. $200,000 to $300,000 houses. They're much older, but and the transit is much more efficient up there. However, it's very, very dense. That neighborhood's very, very dense. It's an entry neighborhood. People coming into the city from migrants coming into the city from other places in the country, all immigrants coming from other countries itself to to the city as well. And this is where you start off. It's very highly connected too. There's lots of industrial jobs nearby. It's a short 30-minute, a short 15-minute drive to work instead of the 30. But I like Mackenzie because I like Mackenzie. I grew up here during my younger formidable ages. In this house especially, since the 90s. But I'm finding out lots of housing too. In this neighborhood that are not pricey, but they're up in the upper $300,000. So I suspect that you know, we locked on, me and my wife, we locked on ourselves for another 25 years here in Canada, here in Calgary, raising our kids. Must resist eating that candy. That's the thing. I binge it. Different servings, different doses. They're all different sizes, but they are quite sizable. This used to be to the top. Now it's there. One more should hurt. One more, two more wouldn't hurt. So my wife, she's graduating. Not graduating, but she wants to take up. She mentioned that she wants to take up social work, so that will require her to take up. That will require her to take up. Sorry about that. That's one of the benefits of being asthmatic and living in a nature-loving province or a city. You can't see out the window because it's all gray, but this place will eventually get all wooded, all stemmy and wooded. And we also live by Fish Creek Park, so there's lots of pull-in that way. And plus, a lot of flowers in people's neighborhood, people's gardens and stuff. It's a small price to pay for nature. Eventually, it subsides up in a few weeks of onset of spring or the onset of fall. Anyhow, so I was thinking, cameras this way, the computers this way. So yeah, this is just me and my wife. I mean, if I can deal with that. I mean, support. We're making some smaller investments too, so that will help offset the living costs as well. Offset the living costs of raising a mid-sized family. She wants to adopt kids in Vietnam as well, not just our own kids, but the kids in Vietnam. So I think that's also fair too. It's also a good thing to do. Provide housing for people, kids. Provide housing for older kids who may need it. I have a classmate who just recently moved to this neighborhood. She wants to live downtown, but living out here in suburbia might be beneficial to her as well. She's living in the basement. She has a house with a basement fireplace. I got her some CBD oils, THC oils, so to help recover her brain, because we've got a lot of work to do in the new year. It's gonna be working the an Oxford School, Said School of Business in Oxford is hosting some kind of a competition where teams come up with an awesome presentation to wow our clients. Not wow our clients, but to wow social or environmental enterprise. So we're going to be trying to apply for that. Hopefully we can represent the school, and hopefully we can go all the way. Bring prestige to BVC. That would be awesome. That'll be a capstone. That'll be like I don't think I can ever top that accomplishment. So this is a classmate of mine. All my textbooks have been put away. I have sold one textbook. I'm in the process of selling another textbook, Abnormal Psychology textbook, and I'm going to be cleaning up all the study crap in the back. My Bible stuff is in this still. Not to say that my Bible study crap. I have to really tidy up this temple of knowledge here. But this is where kids. This is where their fortune was made. Right here in this room, my brother's old room, and It doesn't look nice at first, but it doesn't look nice at first, but I'm sure in the future, you kids will be living. Everyone will be all like cyberpunky and living in the weird metallic apartments or something, or cement, concrete metallic apartments. But this is what a house used to look like. This is a '90s house. This is like a. See, Calgary and Edmonton had like about four different eras of evolution. It went from mud stilt houses, a bunch of farmer houses, which still can be found, which can still be found around a lot of Edmonton too. A lot of Edmonton still has those agricultural old 1800s houses, like prairie houses. Then came the post World War II suburban houses where you have you can see this on those Spielberg movies. They kind of like houses that go like that, and then all of a sudden they decide to build square bungalows as starter homes, which we had one, and all of a sudden it had the '90s 2-story suburban houses, and now that's what one of these are. And I don't know what houses look like these days, but I like to stay in this neighborhood because I'm kind of used to this neighborhood, and I think that this neighborhood used to be at the outskirts of town. I remember being a security guard out there, keeping an eye on all the machinery, and the empty fields where all those new neighborhoods are, and then now there's a new neighborhood on top of that new neighborhood. So houses are very different than in Vietnam as well. They're pretty much concrete in Vietnam, I believe. I don't know. American houses are different, and they're very, very different from British houses too. And apparently Japanese suburban houses as well. Japanese suburban houses go sideways. They're not like sideways. They're like fatter houses, but they're not like tall and slim. So it depends on which neighborhood you live in too. I plan to be the next Harry Potter writer. Eventually, become the next Harry Potter-ish writer, and so I'm gonna put the candies. I'm gonna put the candies here, and hopefully I can make a fortune. I'll be using a lot of ghost pen writing and stuff, and have a I'm working with a class with one of my I'm working with one of my classmates too. This has my name on it, by the way, on marking tape, on those white Scotch tape marking tapes you can write things on. That's my name, Casey. So I will keep this coffee for myself. I haven't. But Nescafe is pretty much instant coffee. Nestle instant coffee. I would like to try natural coffee if possible. But I do like natural coffee. I'm grateful for any kind of coffee actually. Instant coffee. Let's see. The instructions are in Vietnamese though, however. But Vietnam, but it's very expensive. Coffee is very pricey in Vietnam. Because of the lack of Vietnam's a smaller country. It's part of the ancient Champa people, ancient Dai Viet people. Used to be a larger kingdom called Nui, Nue, and used to be part of Quang Tri province and Vietnam at the same time. Man, it would be really rad if that kingdom actually came back. And it was independent. It was a semi-independent kingdom from China. So I'm hoping that the Vietnamese people, they had it's about 100 years, 60 years since the Nam War ended, the 70s, so 30 years. Roughly around the time I was born, 77. The war ended in 76, and the Americans withdrew in 75/76. Holy crap! About 200 years after after the founding of their nation, America, they lose the biggest war against the Vietnamese people. So that's gotta be a happy birthday right there. 200th happy birthday. America loses its war to another country fighting for independence. That's interesting. That is very fucking interesting. Ooh, I should say. My wife doesn't like me swearing, actually, but in addition to me becoming an erudite, I was also a factory worker here in Calgary for about 3 years, working at Stanton's before they laid me off. It would have been interesting, you know. I was making like $40 an hour producing steel stuff, like really interesting interesting stuff. $40 an hour. It wasn't beneficial. It wasn't benefited because it wasn't unionized, but it was an independent business, and but they did take care of us. And Stanton's Cyril Stanton's is a nice person, and what we did was we made metallic springs. You have springs that are like boing boing springs, like actual coil springs, but you also have like springs that are like sideways. This is for trucks. This is for okay, you have the truck bed. Pretend it's the truck bed. This is the truck's head. The truck's head. You have to put the spring sideways so that the like long and sideways. Those things are really tight. So that was a very dangerous job. But if you played it very smartly and didn't go to work high or stoned or drunk or stoned, which they do test for, especially in the meat cutting plants. It's a dirty job, but industrial jobs are awesome. I mean, getting a trade is awesome. Do what you want to do. And it's also, like I said, we need more trade workers in the business too. And they have beautiful. $40 an hour is wow. Oh, it's less than that now because it's a huge recession in Alberta right now, and that's where I came in. I kind of fell for the trick of that you have to be that in order for you to progress in life, you have to have certain education, leadership skills, or prove to the bosses that you are very competent. It's like just like the army. So it's just like the army. So all I can say is you kids is if you guys find ways inter business training. That's also you look at the bulletin board in the lunchroom. That's the recruiting. That's what they're looking for. People who show motivation. And like I said, invest some of that money. Build a retirement nest egg so that you can retire in paradise. I'm going to be retiring. Hopefully, me and my wife can retire in Vietnam. With occasional trips to Macau, renting a nice quiet villa there, in Macau, and enjoying life in Macau, and then coming back and forth when the visa runs out. You guys will have to find us. We can find you where the grandkids are. It's not to say that I'm not ungrateful to Canada. I mean, I love living here and I love serving this country, but I'm nomadic. Most of the indigenous people here are also like that too. This must be in our Mongoloid genes. Context Mongoli, Cyberneck, and the Mongoli genes, like East Turkmenistani, North China kind of things. That's where we're one of the founding nations of the Chinese people are from. Let's say that we're Mongolids, which is another derogatory term for Down syndrome. I'm not saying that's Mongoloids and Mongs. This is a slang in Britain for handicapped people, and I'm not saying that our genes are Mongoloids. I'm not saying that I'm meant to say. The context is the ethnicity. I am proud of being a Mongoli. Well, proud of being Alberta is very Mongoli too. I mean, this is one of the areas that they came down from, the Ney Dan people. But we're coming down to our 30-minute mark. I have to figure out where this person lives. So at 7 o'clock tonight, I just drop off the bags. Maybe stop off watching a movie and then come home. Watching a movie on Friday, come home. Watching a movie by myself, have some dim sum, come home. And my mom's going to perhaps be with her friend this weekend. And on my way back, maybe pick up some beer to celebrate 2 A's. I got 2 A's and like I said, I got two A pluses or whatever in 2 courses. So I'm quite happy with that. And then once all this is all settled down, then I can start beginning the planning phase, plenary phase of finding some suitable housing for all of us. I prefer to stay in Mackenzie Lake because one, the housing prices is very high, and because I'm going to be living on my own, not with mom, It's under our responsibility as parents now. But Pembroke and those places up north are just too damn crowded. You guys gonna not like taking the bus home from school or taking the bus home from downtown from school, and the transit system does work in the city. I'm hoping that Calgary Transit has something up their sleeve with new transit options and evolving the city. But I foresee for the next 100 years or so, next 50 years or so, it's going to still be suburbia and cars. No space city yet. We're still in the prairies. I can see these in I do see these in Toronto and I just breathed in a bit of dust there. I don't know. Sometimes dust can be very sharp. Well, like I say, I work in the steel plant. I work in stand-in, so you breathe in a lot of crazy shit there. Lots of little shuriken shards of metal. But then eventually you'll get passed away out of your body in a painful way, of course. But don't worry, we you know, it's a job, and it's probably shortened my lifespan working in these factories, but that's okay. That's life, right? We ate the apple, so we ate the oatmeal. My favorite saying is, "You ate the oatmeal, you make the oatmeal, you eat the oatmeal," or "You make the bed, you sleep in it." And we chose to be knowledgeable. That's what the Bible says in Catholic school. So we have to live with the consequences, and that's one of the biggest things in life is you will have to live with the consequences, good or bad, about life. And so here in Calgary, this is just happening around today and stuff. So yeah, here in Calgary, because of friends coming, I got a friend and her five family clan moving here. I think maybe when her kids move out and on her own, she'll definitely try to move downtown. She likes downtown a lot, so maybe about 10 more years for that. And she's in her 30s, so she'll be in her 40s. I'll be in my 50s, and therefore I'm ready to settle down in suburbia. I never left suburbia. Actually, my brother was lucky enough to leave. Actually, I have. I moved to China. I lived on my own in China for about a year, 2 years or so. Had to figure out how to use a transit my own, how to bake my own, had to do my own laundry, had to cook for myself, had to really stand up for your own rights. And that's the cool thing too. If someone's being a jerk, then you have to stand up for your own rights and clean up the place for yourself. Basically, you're on your own. And that's what life is about. Finding independence and finding your own voice. And my voice is saying, I'm going to put some more Jello shots in me. Jello candies. Oh, this is good stuff. Oh, I'm running out of Jello candies. I'm eating too much all the time. So we're going to try and watch a movie on the way home. And see if we can get some actual points. And maybe get a box of. First things first, we're going to put the money from Carla into our bank account. $50 will go to the lady up north who moved the bag. And I have a record of her conversation. With our conversation, I have a record of the stuff that we were sending to her. And we're also writing to you, hon, letting you know that what's gonna come. What else can I say? Then go watch a movie. Keep the leftover $30. Put the leftover $30 into She's paying me $80 now, so leftover $30 into something. Give it to my sister-in-law. She's studying. I have about roughly $90 coming in from from PayPal. It's also going to go to support her studies, and send that money off for the rest of the month. This is to subsidize her rent and subsidize her food and subsidize her studies. She'll hopefully try to get a better job, and that's the thing with graduate pay as well. Graduate level is that there's hardly any scholarships anymore for graduate levels unless you're really smart, unless you're in the STEM science or whatnot, or you have a grant or your fellowship at the university and you have somewhat of a stipend. And then if you want to go the academia route, you have to keep on producing science for the schools, make prestige for the school, earning grant money for the school. That's how. And then you get a piece of that. You got a salary. But you also have to be a professor too. So I'm not sure if you can do two things. Those are for people who are able to really manage their priorities, aka science nerds with no spouses. No, they do have spouses. I mean, professional people do have spouses, but usually for us newbies, us mortals, we go to the master's level, MBA level. That's what she's gonna try and go for. So, unfortunately, at that stage, I can't. We can support her a little bit, but we can't really support her because she's got because we have to look after our own kids and support our own. So we're not getting younger. We're not getting younger. Oh, and another thing too. The older you get, if you postpone too long, the more increase you'll have, the more probability increase you'll have of having a child with a disability, challenges. Child with challenges. We don't use the disability term anymore. We call it challenges or something empowering, like challenges. Life is a challenge, and if you meet that challenge, and many Calgarians who do have these issues, these challenging issues, do succeed in life. I know of one who he backstabbed me and stopped being my friend anymore. I don't know why. He blocked me on Facebook, but from what I understood, he works out now, and exercise is an excellent way to alleviate some of your symptoms because you get a lot of dope in your head, and I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be taking care of myself next semester. Taking care of my scraggly hair, what's left of my scraggly hair. But taking care of myself next semester by using the step-up machine for about half an hour. I'm going to see. I'm going to try an experiment to see if that improves my cognition, just to get by. I'm at the stage where I don't want to have any scholastic ambitions anymore. I just want to get by, but I want to do it well. I just want to get by. I'm at that age where in fact, no. I want to do the fucking best I can. Cognitively and physically, it's going to be less than say a fresh student who's 21 years old. But as long as I can keep pushing, as long as I can keep and can contribute to the general knowledge pool that is the U of C academia system, then I live a happy life. I plan to also go back to school when I'm older. I've seen a couple an older student called Floyd, who doesn't need to go back to school, but he just wants to do it to understand himself more and his recovery. So he's taking the recovery studies class and trying to cognitively recover, and that's awesome. That is one awesome dude. I got another teacher who's also in education. Once you graduate, my teacher back in Lord Beaverbrook, in this neighborhood, Lord Beaverbrook, once told me that the education never ends, learning never stops. In fact, learning gets more interesting for you after grade 12. After you kids grow up in grade 12, I know high school is a big pain, and we're shoving information into your tiny human brains, teenage brains, developing teenage brains, at quite an alarming rate at grade 12, because we're trying to get the last bit of knowledge into you, and the last bit of rules into you, so that you can function on your own as a sentient being. That's basically what we're trying to do as adults. Of course, we don't really. The world is a screwed up place. In fact, living in suburbia is really screwed up. It's not environmentally sound. So we kind of offset it by learning how to plant trees or learning how to be ecological as much as possible. I'm sure that in the future you kids have some kind of weird nanotechnology or some kind of weird stem cell technology that makes you live longer and contribute more to the planet. But for now, let us your mortal parents, work our asses off to give you this privilege of living a more comfortable 30-year-old to 40-year-old until you guys become parents your own, and then it's all over. Then you've got to pay the lycée. And you got to pay the lycée, and you've got to order all the food. It's your turn now. Me and your wife, you mean me and Han are moving to back home to Vietnam to live the life of light farming, aka bring food and prosperity to the Dai Ninian town city, Dai Ninh province provincial city. Okay, that's it then. I gotta get back to work and get to start disassembling this mess into a proto mess. I gotta find my wife or my mother, my H papers somewhere in that lost pile, and it's coming to 2 o'clock, so I gotta figure out where this lady is and gotta start dismantling this semester. So it's been fun. I've blabble enough of now, so you know, I guess if you guys want to know what I was like when I was younger, I really didn't make too much videos or photographs because I was pretty much a homebody, and like I mean, you know what? That should be a thing. That should be a thing where elders. I've been hanging around too many elders and I'm starting to their wisdom is starting to rub their reminiscing wisdom is starting to rub off on me. We're like a portal. Our eyes and our minds are like portals to the past, to a past world, and I mean, ultimately, I'll go to some big giant database up in the sky somewhere. All of our essential learnings and all of our essential experiences, and like for example, you kids don't use. We were phasing these things out. We're phasing actual money out. It's all going to be digitized. Vietnam is especially Asia, especially Vietnam, especially rural Vietnam, is starting to phase out the old bills. So it'll be like 50 more years since it's all phased out. Cash is all phased out, and it's all like Back to the Future. Use your thumbprint and biometric handprint, thumbprint, PIN number. Even those systems are getting phased out too by using PayPal and stuff. Okay, so that's it then. Thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back, and to you kids out there, this is what the past looked like. I mean, it doesn't show. I mean, this is. There we go. I never showed the other side of the room before, but now I did. And the computer, my Pachi doll. There's the room to the outside. There's the other side of the room. You guys never actually saw the other side of the room much, didn't you? Alright, so I have strange dreams tonight as well. Oh yes, it's about I don't know. I was in some kind of a weird place. Weird place. I'm definitely gonna get some ice. You know what? I got some gummies downstairs, and I got some ice cream. So I'm gonna be eating some gummies and ice cream tonight. So tonight we're gonna be bringing this fun packages up north to a house up there in Northmount, up where my friend lives, or up where this person lives. I'm gonna be staying down here in Mackenzie. I guess I can begin. Watch a movie down here. I'm gonna be back. Oh, I got to put away. I got to put away my the last of the bottles, and I gotta have someone come and pick that up. Oh, and I need to call. I need to call the banks. I need to make an appointment with the banker to drop off my First Calgary stuff. I have some bills and stuff that I'm gonna put to First Calgary. What else can I do? I need to pay off my well, lots of things to do. Lots of year-end things to do. Make appointment with Jordan to talk about coming back to him and finding out what the new rules of my age grants are. My governmental age grants are. My and yeah. Well, at least we have $100,000 to retire on, hun. That's quite a bit, quite a lot. It'll last us at least. It'll last us the rent will at least it'll last us the buying not buying but renting at least in Vietnam. You know, or if you like, you can retire here in Canada. I mean, this excellent excellent healthcare. But I'm thinking you want to go back to Vietnam, and like I said, I have a Hong Kong ID card, so I can go in and out of Macau for about a year. For about I don't need to renew visas or anything. I can stay there for a year at a time. I'm not sure how that works out, but maybe you have to stop off a year or so. However, I do plan to finish my education eventually on my own at the U of C. I need to get a bachelor's degree. I want to study math, but not as a hobby, but as a passion. I mean, I have my day job, which is going to be this thing I'm training for now, which is human service. But I also want to get a degree in maybe math or something in a U of C. Bachelor's of Arts. So I want to see the world. I want to expand the world, my knowledge of the world. To open up my options for next incarnations, or maybe just understand what it means to be human more. And the humanities, Bachelor's of Arts, is excellent for that. And I also want to teach English in Japan. I mean, I've been wanting to plan to that for a very long time in Asia, but I've been having cognitive issues that you need to have at least 5 different 5 different core subjects to qualify for university, or extenuating circumstances, matriculating circumstances. So, at age as a senior citizen, getting a degree is just to expand my knowledge and perhaps contribute something to the U of C's growth and knowledge. I wasn't fortunate as a youngster to have the enlightenment now, where they have the enlightenment of helping out, really going out of their way to accommodate students of challenges. But now we actually see the value of our society has seen the value of trying to integrate as much people, insert as much people into the workforce, insert as much people into the society as much as possible, because they have a unique skill, they have a unique talent, and this is the Christian thing to do too, because God says that He's given us a unique mindset of skills, talents, and we're not to squander them. Any small talent contributes to the whole. The sum are greater. The sum is greater than the parts. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Instead of having 1, you have 2, right? $1, $1, $2. 1 beer, 2 beers, 1 beer, and another 1 beer equals 2 beers. Or joints, or pets. 1 cat, 2 cats equals, or 1 cat, 1 cat, individuals, all equals 3 cats as a group. And yeah, I like to plan that I'm going to head off to Japan and teach English for about 5 years. I'll be pretty much older citizen by then, but it keeps this thing going. If I could be a good influence to a bunch of kids, especially in rural Japan somewhere, then that's all that's all it is to it, and it helps me learn to appreciate my enemy more. I'm Chinese, and my son's Chinese, or my kids are going to be Chinese Vietnamese, and we were victimized by Japan. But the war is over a long time ago, and we need to move on. Asians need to move on from this, and they have, moved to California, moved to Hawaii. You have lots of Asians getting along, just smoking the chiba, smoking pot, and eating food, and playing video games, basically. And that's what life is about for young people. Not to say that young people are shallow like that, but it's just that. But I've made two long videos. This one and two long videos. This one and my other videos is called the last episode of the semester is called Wiki Woo Goes to School, Part 5. Or just babble on things I've learned in the semester. And like I said, I wish I had more time to actually record myself studying with the candles. And, well, maybe. If I were to remove the papers on this table right here, right beside me, not the one down there, and move this to an auxiliary table, but just put candles there, maybe put some candles up here so it looks like I'm studying, I think I can pull that off. And have this little area for my paper, have this area where my textbook goes. And speaking of textbook, let's make a photograph of this textbook here. Make a photograph of this textbook here and sell this textbook. So apparently, remember we tried to white out this corner here? Well, she said, no, I can't take that back. Oh, no, I can't take it back. Oh, no, it's dirty, it's black. It's like, oh, it's dirty, it's black. And then they, like crazy salt this. But this is a really bad textbook. I mean, nothing good came out of it, but at least I got an A+ in that class, right? This textbook is a very hard one to read. I will take a photograph of it. In fact, my fanny. Where is my camera? My camera's in my pocket. Well, my camera's being charged. So we're gonna take a picture of this right away. Somehow the plugin only charges up to 33%, 93%. And then I have to plug it into the computer for 93%. So I'm not sure what's happening there, but oh Jesus, there we go. I wonder if this is the reason why it's all squiggly like this. If I've been twisting this guy around too much, maybe. Aha! There we go. I've been turning this thing around too much. It's been okay there. Okay, I've been trying to unravel this thing. This thing keeps on getting all hooked up this way. Now it's getting all twisted in that way. Okay, so this machine lives longer. Because I love these earbuds, but now I don't like the really ugly the Princess Leia. Well, not to say Princess Leia is ugly, but those Princess Leia donut haircut. My mom calls them donut haircuts. 2 donuts. So I'll just load up this phone. Put it up. Let me put it up like this so I can sell it to you. I'm losing a bit of a. But I do like the way this wood is. I want to figure out where they have this. Because once I get rich enough, I'm going to try and make a retreat like that for myself. I'm a loca, maybe I'm a loca for myself, but I like this. It's hard on the wood though, but wood grows back quickly. We also have to make sure that the old growth doesn't get chewed up. But the old growth may get chewed up eventually because of our insatiable desire. And now that we have Tepa, now there's other deals of Asia. They are in need of wood, especially Japan is in need of wood too. So I'm just going to sell this book here and take a photograph and maybe not. Maybe I'll just how are we gonna do this? We'll put it on the floor. It's too close. So move my wife's candy bag here. Yeah. Posted on the BBC. Posted on the BBC website. Let them know that I'm selling this stupid book. Barlow, Doran, Hoffman, and Lalulu. Lalumir, I think it was his name. Lalulu. Okay, so next up, deposit Carla's Carla's money into my account. You guys don't know who she is, so I can say her name into my account. I believe she's given me $80. I may be miscalculating, and it's really $50, but I think it's $80. She wants to pay us this debt off quickly as much as possible. So far she's paid off $180. So I think she's like owing $30 or something left. I see. I paid $130 for her electric bill. So she's up by $50. Another 50 should do it. Yeah, another 50 should do it. I think. And then after her fourth payment, she should be done. Like I said, I didn't really go after my people who owed me money last semester. Two classmates, same reasons. Needed money to prevent the electric bill from enter some kind of transitional stage in life where they needed as much where income was not secure. But the thing is, now they got real jobs. They decided to get tattoos instead of paying me back. And I myself am a starving student. As you can see, my limitations are quite limited here. This is my study room. It's pretty much empty, you know, except for that shelf over there, which is just containing a lot of stuff I collected over the years. A lot of tools that I still use are still mascotted to me as I find a more permanent location for them. Like I said, I was thinking of getting super rich and building an island in. Building a few islands, like man-made islands in Macau to expand it, and then build it as some kind of suburb, like a Americanized, Britishized suburb of not like actual suburb, Portuguese suburb. But the thing is, the land is not very accessible in Macau. Anywhere else around Macau, especially the peninsula or say Hong Kong, for example, has more abundant land for you to screw around like this. But Macau doesn't. Macau has two tiny little islands. Now that they pull the Cotai Strip and fuse two islands together, it's just two blobby islands now. Three of them, but to the north is also Taiwan. I prefer to have an indefinite two systems, one country system, especially with Taiwan. Treat it with a greater autonomy. Treat Taiwan as a special administrative region I can live with that. Just don't. But China is the sole ruler of the Sino realms, but there's a strong degree of autonomy. Within a strong degree of autonomy within the mainland, greater economic treaties between corporations. After all, we're all Chinese, but a strong system of autonomy, a strong system of autonomy for China, and in this case, this is my new pencil sharpener I got from the bookstore, because I want to make sure my pencils, these pencils are used, that the tree that gave up their life the cedar tree they gave up to their Life Force pencil 20 years ago or something is well represented in my school notes. My school notes are just basically paragraphic form of what I read in the chapter. Not word for word verbatim, but my own version of verbatim, so I can figure out just how much. Finally, I have that wood smell. Twist and sharp. So basically, what you do is put this in here like this, like so, and it becomes like a ratchet, like a car ratchet. I want those. See, ratchets. But I think there's some pieces of pencil still stuck in there. Pencil chips. Let me see if we can grab my something to scrape at it. Well, this is just me and my desk. Nothing too interesting. No, I don't see anything in there. Let me turn on the light. Nope, I don't see anything in there. And like I said, in my specialized archives, maybe this guy should get. Yeah, there we go. See, just like a ratchet. That's like a ratchet wrench. I usually find people's pencils all over the floor, so I bring them home and I give them a nice little home for them to. I bring them home so they are used, not abused, and forever forgotten. Now, when I'm living in China, when I'm living in Japan, I have to report. They have a tax treaty where overseas workers. I'm not sure how the tax treaties work, but they have to send their tax dollars back unless you announce the Canadian citizenship, and no, I'm not about to do that, but I have to contribute to Canada. I mean, my dad hasn't contributed to this country in forever. In the 30 years, the 20 or so years, it's 97, so 2007 was the first 10 years. 2017 was 20 years. 22 years that we lived in this house. My dad has never paid any kind of income tax. Now he's in BC, and I kind of lost contact over the summer. He stopped writing. He stopped acknowledging my existence, but that's okay. Once I become a math whiz and contribute something to the UC Aero Academia, then my life will be that the U of A hasn't figured out. Then my life will be definitely useful. I'm going to definitely be going PowerPoint these days whenever I'm making my PowerPoints. It's totally making it fun and crazy. Fun and crazy. I haven't got much public speaking experiences, so I'm not sure how this path 2020 is going to work out. But okay, so that's enough for me today. I'm just going to be passing this on to Hun tonight, this afternoon, because she wants to see what's in the fun box, and my last recording of the Wikigoo Goes to School. Hope you guys are enjoying this adventure that we're on, educating. Yeah, and I like to hear more. I like to hear more from your adventures too. I mean, not just me. Communication is not just one-sided. It's A and B and C, D, E, F people, and hopefully I could hear from you guys as well, see your lives. Because I just basically pretend this is some kind of weird version of ham radio, no voice but face as well. And I'm gonna try and get myself a ham radio as well. I'm a geeky male and I'm a scout, so I figure out scoutmaster. So I figure out I must get a ham radio and put up the tower somewhere, and maybe the tower. Hopefully, the tower doesn't squash anyone's houses. Otherwise, I'll be sued my ass. I don't think I can do that. I think I have to live in a crescent house, a crescent or a cul-de-sac or some corner house to do that. Or maybe put a little itty bitty antenna on the roof. Like itty bitty one this contact though. Or maybe my special island villa where I moved my house from Kirkness, 45 Kirkness to Wacky Sand Island. Okay, the sugar is starting to zonk me out here, so I spent the whole semester studying hardcore science, making some friends and going to some events, and I'm going to try next semester to go to do more events out with classmates and stuff. And I think most of my classmates have all moved on, so it's like a really sad scene where I'm just going to be studying with a bunch of randos next semester. And next semester's Halloween show. I'm not sure how that's going to turn out. Maybe they'll stick around. Maybe they'll make some kind of special deal with the teacher and stick around and they've tried so hard to get a practicum and stick around and or you can always do the next thing and just transfer on over to Athabasca U. Look at it, transfer on over to Athabasca U with what you have, and hopefully they'll pick you up there. I think a lot of classmates are also in the boat where they don't have a practicum and are freaking out what to do, and I don't blame them because that's how I'd react to. So one more Squishy's Cube on a road, and that's it. Calgary Flames are doing well. See how well they're doing actually to true film. Third in Pacific Division. They're on a winning spree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more game and they would have tied their old record of 8 games. And we're going to figure that out tomorrow. Carolina. And perhaps if they win this one, they're tied. And if they win this one, God willing, they'll be able to break their tie record of 9 games. 7 games winning spree. Let's see here. Standings. Seven games winning streak. Edmonton's lost 2, so we're getting closer to our old mark of Edmonton. I think it's because we got rid of I think it's oh shit, didn't show. I'm not using Screencast-O-Matic. I'm using this thing. I alternate Screencast-O-Matic in this one. So next time I'll just use Screencast-O-Matic in case I want to jump screens here. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit of underwater here. I'm eating all that candy, so I'll just sign off here. So thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. This is the WikiWoo Show signing off. Like you. Namo Padme Hum Namo Padme Hum Namo Padme Hum Namo Padme Hum. Namaste. And I honestly, as a Chinese person, I honestly hope that Xinjiang, Shinkai Zhang or Xinjiang and Tibet are given their respective homeworlds back. We get North Xinjiang, that's definitely Chinese territory. The south one, the good one, the huge empty Albertan field definitely belongs to the Uyghur people. Why do you call it Xinjiang though? Why not call it Uyghurstan or Mohammed or Allahville? Allah, because Allah created it, right? Yeah, you guys believe you guys are Muslim. I myself am not Muslim, but I as a Catholic or a Christian is willing to have coexistence. We got a lot of scientists, we got a lot of doctors from either side of the cultural divide, and they're all contributing to the grand glory that is Alberta. After Decent Kennedy fucks everything up, but the doctors, especially child psychologists and child doctors, trying to make a kid's brain work. Because unfortunately, we all both legends, both cosmological legends from both Abrahamic based, and we all know that we ate the apple, and in both traditions, both religions, we ate the apple, and this gave us all a cuckoo brain. Okay, that's it then. So this is Uncle Wiki Woo, Buddha Belly, and Gogogin signing off. Thank you for watching our show. We're gonna be right back. Thank you.